On Friday, I went with my daughter-in-law to a pre-loved clothing shop. It's where people rent a rack and you take your clothing in and display your own clothing and sell it in the store. Anyway, she was looking for something in particular. I was just browsing around and I happened to go to this particular rack and saw this really gorgeous coat, really long velvet coat to the floor, and I just loved it. It was like a pinky musky colour. Anyway, I looked at it and I loved it, but I put it back on the rack and she found what she wanted and we left. Then on Saturday morning, I thought to myself, do you know what? I'm going to go back and get that coat for myself. So went back to the store, walked straight to the rack that I had seen the coat and started moving things along on the rack, and it wasn't there. And I remember this white leather jacket that was right next to it, and that was there, and where the coat was, it was gone. So I moved all the clothes on this particular rack because it has to stay on that rack. It can't be on any other racks. And so the lady came over, the store owner came over, and she said, can I help you? And I said, yeah, I was in here yesterday and I saw this beautiful long pink musky coloured coat. It was here, right here next to this leather jacket, and it's not here now. And she said, well, I don't recall selling that yesterday. She said, I'll just go over and I'll text message the owner to see. She may have come in and picked it up when she was changing over some stock. So while she was messaging the owner, I just wandered around the store looking at different racks. And I found another top that I liked, and I was sort of picking things up and putting them back. And then I found this little jumper and I thought, oh, this is really nice. I'll get this jumper. So as I was walking back to the desk to the owner to pay for this jumper, I looked over at the rack and there was the coat. The coat was sitting right in the same spot that it was the day before. And I said to the lady, I said, there it is. And she came over and she said, how the hell did that get there? We had both moved all the clothes on that rack and looked for it, and it was not there. And it was back where it was next to the white leather jacket the day before. And she was just dumbfounded. She said, I have no idea how that got back there. And she said, oh, well, I'll just message the lady back and tell her not to worry about the last message I sent her. And the poor shop owner was just shaking her head the whole time going, how did that get back there? We both looked and it wasn't there. So I didn't explain to her what I do for a living, and that things like that happen to me all the time, but it was very amusing. Anyway, I got the coat.